Today we're going to look at a Piaggio Typhoon. Okay, first look at one of these. Scratches down the road, a few scratches here and there. It's 2011 model. Came with a manual. Piaggio try and put in, and here we have here Typhoon, Zip, Fly, Skipper, Hexagon, Liberty, NRG. They try and cram 125, 56. Try and cram too much into one manual. That's why it's huge thick. You're really going to get lost in there. Yes, use the guideline for little bits, but use YouTube more than likely be better than trying to establish what there. This one's come with a whole spare engine, which is really handy. Cover, some starter little bits and bobs in there. Another case. What's this? Oh, a head. And this is a racer clutch. I haven't even looked at that yet. As I say in all my other videos, you know what you've got to do to start them. Get all the panels off. This one again is a bit like a Piaggio. You can take the seat off, which is down there, and a few little plastics, and there you go. I had to look at this one to see whether it has spark. Quite easy to detect for spark. Get a power pack, which is always really handy, rather than a battery, which I say always stick on charge while you're working on the bike. You're not waiting for it then because you're working. Take the HT lead off, take the spark plug out. This one's got a coil here. Because you can't really get to the engine, I put the plug resting on here. Okay, do not use your hands to push it down or hold it with, you'll get a nasty old shock out of it. But place it, make sure it's touching metal. Turn the ignition on, hold the brake and turn it over. This one had a very nice spark, so I know that it is not electronics, although some of the wirings here had a little bit of tape over and stuff like that. I think you can see there. Check them out anyway, but it's not going to be that. So next one's compression, or it's going to be fuel. Put your finger over the cap of the head, so that where the plug would go in, and then turn it over. You should get a nice strong push away. You can feel like air pushing against you. Doesn't mean it's not gone, but it does mean you've got compression. Next, carburetor. Well, I've took the carburetor off this one. That's for your oil. Always remember to put that one back on, otherwise you're just going to seize. This one's a bit odd. It's got the same vacuum. There we go. Same vacuum as the Piaggio's. But this one's being bolted off. If you look there, being capped off. When you put that lead down, petrol comes out. So, well, you know, it's not bad. Anyway, carburetor, check it out. I think personally, this looks like it's missing pieces. That's where your needle goes in, and it's always handy making sure you keep that clean. The can be problem with these is on the Piaggios is where the air petromix screw and the adjust screw goes in, or most of the adjust screw. You can push against this needle and distort it, and that causes you running problems. Not the case in this one. Anyway, here we go here, and I think there should be something that goes in there personally. I mean, it's got to be a choke of some description. I can't find it, and I can't seem to see. First time worked on these, so I don't know at present minute. I'm looking for a choke cable. Normally electronic choke. Automatic choke. If it was electronic, it would be an injection model, which wouldn't need one. So I'm assuming that it's definitely missing some pieces. And I've looked through there, and that's just, as I said to you, gives you 400 models. I think I might have a cup of tea and have a flick through, or if not, go on blessed YouTube and look for some videos on there. Anyway, this is part one. Do check out my other videos. Handy little tips on what to look for sometimes. On this one, the front tyre was flat, easy, but the caliper here is very, very tight. So as I say on my other videos, it's easier to undo all the bolts that you can get to on here while it's still on here. That's really quite handy, really. Looking at that, looks like the seals may have gone, but I'll clean them up and have a look. For a 2011 4-year-old bike, it's had a bit of a rough life, but at the end of the day, that's maintenance for you. You know, you get them in cheap. If you've got to pay out a bit of money on them, it's not so bad. If you pay lots for them, it's just not worth you doing. The boy bought this, paid a lot of money for it, and of course it died on him, so it wasn't good. Comes with a sports exhaust on this one, and as I said, it's not brilliant nick, but it's nice having some extra parts with it. I think I might end up having to buy another carburetor or parts for that, so it makes it tick. So yeah, 15,000 kilometres, what's that, 11,000 miles. It's not an awful lot for a ped. I would have checked the pistons on these. I mean, in the day, you know, the little pistons, if you look, you know, this is a real bad one. That was on another bike. This one, a bit annoying. This one still gives you good compression. But when you take the head off, you can see there was the problem. You know, it's just tiny, but that's enough to cause you compression. But it isn't enough to actually start the bike because you're losing it still. So they do run literally on a bit of a wing and a prayer, some of these bikes. Some will have them at 30, some will hold them at 50 mile an hour. There's no rhyme or reason for them. But yeah, I'll play with this one a bit part 2, and I can let you know what it was and what it wasn't, and go from there. So check out my videos, see how you get on, and bye bye. Anyway, this was a Typhoon. Is a Typhoon.